Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or in lieu of Black History Month, how about we go with Ronald McNair and Cheryl B. Moore McNair? Now, y'all know who McNair was, right? You know, I'm a McNair scholar.
You are a McNair scholar.
So once a McNair scholar, always a McNair scholar. Shout out to the McNair alumni out there.
Mm-hmm.
Band together. Why isn't there like an alumni? Maybe it is. I just wasn't invited. Why isn't there a McNair alumni network somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
If it is, y'all connect me to that so I can be a part of the crew. But for the folks who don't know, Ronald McNair was a physicist and one of the first African-American astronauts to go into space. He was also the first Black astronaut to die on a space mission. McNair was born, Carl McNair, in auto body, born to Carl McNair, his father, which was a auto body repairman, and Pearl McNair. Pearl. Can we bring back Pearl as a name?
Pearl.
I know a 3-year-old named Pearl.
Pearl.
And she has to be 40 in spirit, right? Do you know? Have you met Pearl?
Yes, I have met Pearl.
She like, my name is Pearl.
Pearl.
And what's the other one? What's the baby? Malachi.
Malachi Edgar.
You be like, what?
Malachi Edgar.
Imagine how old was he? 7?
Yeah.
Imagine a 7-year-old coming up to you and be like, what's your name, little fella?
Malachi Edgar.
And then this my girl.
Pearl.
I need them to get married. Malachi and Pearl. Ooh, that sounds like slavery. Don't it sound like civil rights?
That is civil rights black right there.
But I kind of love it, though. I love it. Anyway, anywho, Pearl McNair was a high school teacher, and on October 1st, 1950, in Salt Lake City, in Lake City, South Carolina. He grew up in this Lake City. He had to pick cotton and tobacco until he graduated from Carver High School in 1967. So that October 21st, 1950 was when Ronald McNair was born. In 1976, McNair received his doctorate degree in physics from MIT. You know, MIT don't get enough shine.
No, they don't. You know why?
I would argue MIT is better than the HU.
Oh.
And you pick which one.
Oh.
You don't argue? You don't think?
Them niggas smart.
MIT a different level of smart, though.
It is.
Right? I want to even kind of look at their curriculum to be like, is y'all nigga really, really in history, or y'all just playing with robots?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they just bypassing that shit. And be like, we're just creating new shit. You know, MIT be on the low, though, with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit come from MIT, but you always hear about like Harvard grads and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Yale and, you know, stuff like that, right? But you don't hear about the MIT folks.
Right, because them real hitters.
You said they the hitters, honey.
They're the real hitters.
They the ones who get with the with NSA shit you can't.
Right.
It's confidential, classified.
Right.
What we doing at MIT? Classified.
Classified.
None of your damn business. Go to Harvard if you want to boast.
Go to Harvard if you want to start a social media.
Look, we save lives at MIT. They B613. Okay. Anyway, he graduated, like I said, from MIT in 1976. In that same year, he married Cheryl Moore, and Dr. Moore earned his PhD in laser physics at the age of laser fucking physics. What is that?
I don't know.
Lord. No, I'm going to stay right in my education, in my wheelhouse, and my qualitative research.
You know,
my people relations.
That's an interesting black love, though. That's old school.
How do you do it, right? What was their kitchen table? He's a physicist. So what was his kitchen table talk about?
Fuck that. This nigga was an astronaut. So this nigga was out of the world.
No,
like, how do you
reverse? This nigga picked cotton. And I'm mad about the box store. One big fella told me to take trash out. I'm entitled.
From picking
Cotton and tobacco. Not tobacco. Tobacco.
Tobacco to being out of this world.
What? Oh my God.
Because, you know, the nigga was an astronaut. So from picking cotton to being out of this world.
Picking cotton.
To being out of this world.
Being out of this world. Like how?
Nigga. No.
And marrying a sister. Because, you know, MIT, I don't know where he found her. Not MIT in 1976. I don't think many blacks, let alone black women, were there, honey.
I just want to know the kitchen table talk of, baby, so I'm going to be gone, not out the state, not out the country, but out of the world.
This universe, this it's called stratosphere.
Yeah. So I'm going to be gone for a couple.
Gravitational pull.
Yeah. So I need you to hold it down for the kids.
I mean, what do you say? Like, right? I mean, I think that's the same thing with people who are married to like first responders.
Mhm.
Like, so when they walk out that door, you literally have to be like, oh, this is perfect because we're going to talk about white daddy dying. You have to be prepared to lose them.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean? And since he's an astronaut, is there some type of life insurance that the government provides?
I don't know.
Or like pensioners? Like,
I don't know. If I know anything about America, they probably do them just like they do the soldiers.
oh,
Just leave their ass
not
out
right,
and dry.
exactly.
Get their ass a flag, fold it up.
Fuck a flag.
Let's say
Give
thank
them
you
some
for your
coins.
service.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just thought they love was super, good. Nearham actually picked that one. I don't know why I was slipping on that. I'm a McNair scholar. I should have been on that. And for folks who don't know what a McNair scholar is, if you're in undergraduate school, if you're an undergrad and you're interested in getting a PhD, master's, some type of graduate degree, go ahead and see if there's a McNair program at your school. It's a program that helps underrepresented populations, first-gen students, and low socioeconomic folks who just to help you prep for grad school and get you, in the mind frame of what it is to be a scholar and a researcher and get you into some research, provides funds to visit schools, provides funds to do research. It's an excellent program.
Mm-hmm.
It's sponsored or housed under the TRIO program, which is through the Department of Education.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all should check that out. If you in school or you know somebody who about to be in school, tell them to look for McNair programs. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the McNair scholars out there. Once a scholar, always a scholar.
Always. I was almost one, but I didn't get to be one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neerums.
But that's cool though.
Would you say that's cool though? Because you still.
Because I still
But
win.
I'm sorry, I'm still processing that. So he picked cotton.
Yes, this nigga picked cotton. He went from picking cotton to being an astronaut. Like, I don't know what else you see from that. Nigga, that's adversity.
And resilience.
Shit.
And all the damn above.
And y'all niggas out here complaining and shit. Y'all niggas ain't had to pick cotton.
You ain't had to pick cottons, ain't had dog. Who said they ain't had dogs sick on them?
Shit.
Who was we reading who said that? Who
I
was we
don't
watching who
remember.
said that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
can't remember who it was.
Uh-huh.
But there's some, y'all niggas ain't had dogs sit on y'all.
Yeah, this ain't that.
Y'all ain't got water
Was it
hose.
Cap? It might have been Cap.
No, it was the John Lewis. Remember we was talking about?
Oh my goodness, that was so good.
So that was like the Barack and what was that dude name?
David Letterman. I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about that in my check-in.
Yeah,
Alrighty, so who was you?
I'm Nero.
I'm Nyambi.
Oh, welcome to
What?
episode
Near him.
103. I'm sorry. It's
What
the
was
meds.
that? You still a man? Why won't you go to the doctor? We have insurance. Just go to the doctor. Pay the
I'm Nero.
copay. I'm Nyambi.
And this is 103.
This is episode.
Episode 103. Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star. Y'all know reviews, Apple Podcasts.
It ain't Friday yet, so he's gonna do Friday.
Stitcher, all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Black Love Matters, Black with no K, BLAC, Love Matters.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to say with some enthusiasm. in this motherfucker.
BLAC,
There you go.
Love
You
Matters.
don't love it. Why would they?
Hey,
Hey, my check in.
what you got? So I can take some
Neerum
meds.
kind of what?
So I can take some more meds.
Neerum started the segue. Did y'all see David Letterman on Netflix? Oh, we ain't boycotting. What's it called? My next guest needs no introduction. It's like a I don't know, so many part series. And the first guest was who? The
Barry.
honorable
Barry.
what? The honorable President Barack
Barry.
Hussein Obama.
Call that nigga Barry now.
Wasn't it amazing, Neerum? It was a good interview. Like, I wanted to go on and on. Like, this was a different side of President Obama.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he let his wave cap off. He unbuckled the top button, and he was just being him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like this gave me the reassurance, like, yeah, he was always working for us. Because, a lot of niggas was like, Barack wasn't really working. Tavis, old shady, and who else? What's his mentor? Okay, are you over the mic?
I'm sorry, who?
With the crazy hair.
Cornell West?
Cornell always talking about Barack went down for the Negroes. But after this interview, he surely was down for the Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He said, shit, I got to operate. I got to do some shit. But I'm always down for y'all.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting to hear him talk about his relationship with his father, the relationship with his mother, like growing up. Like, he just really put a lot of stuff in perspective, and his experiences like in the White House and how he felt like the day after, and how they was like, he's like, I would have loved to do a third term, but his woman was like, no, ma'am.
No.
2 and done. We don't care what the Constitution says. We don't care if the Constitution says you can do this forever.
Michelle say, I'll leave your ass, nigga.
And he was like, I like to be with her.
Truthfully, I don't know if that's the case. Because
What?
I think Barack ass might have been tired.
Yeah.
And it might be the same thing where I'll be like, Naomi, I don't feel good. And you be like, just blame it on me. Just blame it on me. So I don't know. He probably wouldn't do it. He probably didn't want to do it again. Michelle was probably living it up. And the other thing is like, he made a good point. Like the first ladies don't get paid. So
well, when he said that, it shook me to my core. I didn't even realize that they didn't get paid.
So Michelle just want to just be like an arm piece, like just.
Yeah, that's what she said. I don't get paid for this.
So I can see what Michelle's like. Look, listen here, Hunty. I don't care. We ain't got to pay.
Listen here, Hunty.
I don't care. We ain't got to pay for shit. We ain't got to pay for a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
But I like to work, Barry.
Yeah, I like to get paid.
I like to get paid.
Pay me my worth.
Right.
That's true. Why the first ladies don't get any type of. I wonder why. I mean, I gotta say, like, you get this budget line, and that's it.
What?
It's crazy.
Do the mother of the church get paid?
The mother? What? You mean the first lady?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you talking about? The mother of the church are the older ladies in white
Oh, my bad.
that help people when they start hollering and they pray for you.
You know what I mean? The first lady.
The first lady.
Do the first lady? Of the
I mean,
church
but
get
that's
paid?
sexism type shit.
It is though.
Rape culture. My pockets.
That is, I really thought that was real fault though. Like she don't get nothing, not a penny,
it didn't
not
even
a
connect to me till he said that.
like damn.
Yeah,
What type of shit is
we
this?
can go ahead and push that through Congress. I think the first lady deserves a piece of coin.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
Let's fall in line. 75 cents on the dollar. So how much the president make? 75% of it.
How much does the president make?
Ain't it like 400,000 or?
Yeah, it's like $500,000 or something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't even think it's that much. Not enough really, but never. But it was a good interview, so I recommend y'all go watch it. I even like David Letterman ass in it because he was the one who constantly talked about privilege. Mm-hmm. David Letterman put his white privilege on the altar and left it there, and I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The way he talked about, they were talking about the Selma, the walk.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Pettus Bridge. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, the Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, and talking about the experiences, they were talking about, John Lewis and his impact, and David Letterman was like, I had to realize that I was so in-depth and privileged, like, why wasn't I there? Mm-hmm. He's like, even as a young guy, I always preached the idea of equality and being there. He said, but why wasn't I there? He said, I had to look back to see where I was at. He said, on that day, was it 72 or what was it? I was on a cruise with 3 of my friends getting drunk. Mm-hmm. And why didn't we see it fit or a priority? It wasn't even on my radar to be there. He said, because the cloth of privilege allowed me to get there. And then also when David Letterman was talking about, how do people get to be this great, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you get the privilege to be, the president of the United States, to have your own late night talk show? And he went back to be like, it was just luck and privilege for me. Mm-hmm. Like, he was like, I'm just an average white, I'm just a white guy who like to talk. It's a lot of white guys like to talk, but my privilege floated me along, right? Mm-hmm. So it was one of them things like, damn, it's a lot of great people out there, right? So what distinguished folks to move forward? And he like, shit, luck and privilege. Right. And David Letterman, I'm going to leave it at the altar for y'all. And he was like, we discriminated against people of color and underrepresented population so long. You put me up against them, I probably wouldn't been so great.
Probably wouldn't been David Letterman.
Come on, it'd been Keisha.
Exactly.
Keisha Smith. But it was a very good interview, and I appreciated like his transparency, and like you could tell that he was sincerely engaged in the interview. And he even said, like, I respect the office of the president, but I necessarily don't respect every president we have. And he said, you're one of the few presidents that I absolutely respect you in the office.
We need to have like somebody, and I know like Barack was
President Barack Hussein Obama.
Barry was
respect on his name.
Barry was getting letting loose and asking Letterman questions. But I would love to see like a raw sit down with Barack.
I don't think we ever gonna get that.
But I think this is like the closest we get. But I really want to see like where it's back and forth. Barack asking people questions, shit like that.
Like yeah, like more of a dialogue, right? Yeah, more of a conversation. Mm-hmm. Instead of the interview, shooting questions. Yeah. They're like, well, why you think that?
Just shooting the shit, yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day, Black Love
Matters.
Like,
so people would ask, like, how did you feel when they called your wife a monkey?
Right.
When Crafty Crackers called your wife a monkey, how did you feel?
Right.
What did you want to do to them? Did you want to send the nukes on that ass?
Right. Shell, what you thought?
Yeah. She said, I've been new these motherfuckers. And then also it was interesting how he talked about his experience when he sent, was it Malia? Off to Harvard, and how he had to cry in the Secret Service, like, you okay? And he's like, yeah, roll up the windows. So just to see, him cracking jokes, like it just seemed, like I said, Barack Obama living his best damn life. Mm-hmm. I need to look into that Barack Obama Institute too.
Right. We are the future.
And he said, his goal for the next, until his death is just to mentor the next cohort of leaders.
Right.
That's mentor and cultivate the next group of leaders. That's his life purpose. I said, damn. Come on. And you got niggas out here done got a little bit of Instagram frame talking about this not how you approach people if you want to be mentored. Do something. Too much,
believe
petty.
The children are our future.
Can we have that as an episode? Like, I think we need to have an episode on like how to find mentorship, because I do think it's a particular way you find a mentor, and I think mentorship is a two-way street between the mentor and the mentee.
Right.
But there's a lot of these folks out there. Some people don't feel it is their obligation to mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's an obligation to mentor, being an underrepresented person.
I feel like
it's an obligation. We don't have the privilege of white people to be like, I don't want to mentor anymore.
Right.
We don't have that privilege. I just don't believe we do.
I don't. And how are we supposed to grow as a people?
I don't know. And don't get me wrong, the babies are irritating as fuck. They're out of pocket. They'll just DM you on Instagram and ask crazy questions. And I'm not saying you got to mentor every person that comes across your table, but I'm going to need you to at least do 2 or 3 in your lifetime. Mm-hmm. And then require them 2 or 3 to do what?
Mentor somebody else.
Yeah. But I done met some folks, especially in higher ed, honey, who claim they about mentorship and all this. And I be like, well, who your mentee? Ain't nobody.
Ain't mentor, not a
and don't let what made me mad. Don't let little white girl show up. They're like, this is my mentee. I'm like, this some bullshit.
Right. When you got Keisha ass failing.
So maybe that need to be an episode. Aaron, what's your thoughts on it?
Look, if it wasn't for my mentors, I don't know if hell I would have graduated undergrad.
Come on.
Shit, after I left that black college and went to that white ass school and got a 1.2 GPA, shit, that could have been you probably wouldn't even known Nerum and Nyambi.
Nope. Nerum wouldn't have known Nyambi. Oh. Sorry.
See what I mean? See what I mean? So yeah, it's mentors across the board that kept me afloat. Absolutely. It's somebody that knows somebody that kept me afloat.
Maybe we'll have that. I think someone actually sent us a question. Maybe we'll have that as a question Monday, like this idea of mentorship. Mm-hmm. And first of all, I think as a mentee, you have to cultivate that mentor relationship. So you have to give something in that. But also as mentors, I think it's important. Like I told you, I don't know if I even shared, I had a phone call with somebody and it was trash.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say that for Monday. Okay. And it was just somebody like in the field adjacent to me, right? Mm-hmm. So say I did higher, they did K through 12 in one season, and they were just acting like they had no home training. Maybe that's just the training of K through 12 higher ed, professional. But it was bad. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a hard person to talk with. Like, I understand the game, right? And I'm very receptive. I'm respectful of time. Like, I'm all of that. But sis was just trash. Like, it was to the point where I wanted to call her and be like, because of you, I wanted to leave a death note. You're trash. You know that? Look. Anywho. Mm-hmm. Anything else about Obama on Letterman Nerum?
Nope. Shout out to y'all.
Also, I got to see 2 Dope Queens. I missed it this past Sunday. So I'm going to watch it. So hopefully I can see it before Friday or by next Monday and we can talk about it. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, right? Mm-hmm. But what'd you say, Nerum?
Nothing. Oh. I was trying to figure out what was going on, but I know.
Super Bowl, we was recording, and This Is Us. Why did they pull 2 Dope Queens on the same night This Is Us came out? That's some bullshit. Ain't that crazy?
That was crazy.
Why they do that? That didn't make me choose. Y'all know what I chose.
White Daddy.
I'm too fucking invested. You think I'm going to be late on the story of White Daddy passing to the Lord?
Right. We've been on this bitch for 102 episodes talking about when we going to find out when White Daddy died.
And he done died, and then they going to put 2 Dope Queens on the same night.
That's fucked up.
Never mind. Everything should have been reruns that night. Take it like Lena did. Lena Waithe. She had Shy as a rerun because I couldn't flash over to that shit.
Nope.
Although it's the shit, right?
It was the
shit. I wanted to watch Jacob Lattimore be a fuckboy with them shoes. Like, I wanted to see all that. But White Daddy was dying. And I had to go to the Fume. I brought the Hawaiian rolls near and bought the potato salad. Anywho, so I'm going to watch that.
And the cake from Sam's Club.
That's right, the cake from Sam's Club. We don't bring potato salad to White Daddy funeral, just the cake. So 2 Dope Queens, that's either coming up either before Friday or this weekend. I'll let y'all know. I'm sure it was great. It was great. Have you heard a lot about it though? I feel like it ain't enough stirring about it. That makes me a little sad.
Let me check my Twitter.
Because I know everybody ain't watching White Daddy. I know it's a strong percentage watching White Daddy. Mm-hmm. But I didn't even hear no buzzing nowhere.
Right. Let me check my Twitter stream.
Now, am I confused? Is it like their podcast or is this like a stand-up show? Like, what are they?
I don't know. I thought it was part of their podcast. Maybe it's like a stand up special.
Oh, with both of them?
Yeah.
That's really unique then. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm watching it. I'll give y'all the rundown. We also have to give you an update on Monday about Desi. I don't know if he's going to last, honey. I don't know if he's going to last, and I'm sad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because this is a decision I have to make for the betterment of my relationship with my partner, Nerum. Because I believe Nerum and Desi are not connecting, y'all. They have not bonded.
What you talking
They're
about?
like infants. You know how infant got a bond with or not an infant, like the duck got a bond with the mama? They have not bonded.
I have bonded with Desi.
What is the problem?
I bonded with that nigga.
You just still don't like it? What is the problem?
I sit with that nigga. I pet with that nigga.
What?
I take him off.
Do you call him that nigga?
No, I'm just saying. Nigga is a term of endearment, and
he
he black.
don't know.
He a black. Well, he don't know much words, but like sit, come on, stay. It's only a few words the dog.
He gonna know nigga when he done with us. Nigga, get off that couch. He gonna think his name is nigga. Was that a show when a kid thought their name was nigga?
Yeah.
Or a movie? I
Yeah.
thought my name was nigga. They called me nigga so much.
Well, we can talk more about it later, then, if you want to.
You don't think? Well, I'll give y'all a little gist of it. Nerum is like, his non-negotiable is crate training. And Desi's non-negotiable is getting in the crate. So I don't know how that's going to work.
We got to train the motherfucker.
Every day,
Every day.
it's painful to see Nerum get him in there and then him to holler like we done hold him up like a slave hostage.
That's what dogs do, baby. They bark.
He ain't barking.
He is barking.
He hollering. He be doing all types of sounds with it.
He do. It's like a baby.
No.
It is.
No.
It's like Baby Ja. When y'all left, he had 3 levels of cry.
Yeah.
It was regular cry. Ooh,
What
and then he
is
looked
that?
around,
What is who? What
you
is
know,
that?
ooh,
That's whining.
ooh. And then he had second level.
Yeah.
And then he has level 3 when you start calling.
Finish him. Look, finish them cry. When he got to get something to drink.
Same thing with Desi. He got levels of cry.
What
Shit.
levels he on now? What levels? Have we seen all 3 levels?
Yeah.
What's his levels?
Oh, well, you should have seen him today when I took him out, because he made all types of noises I ain't never heard his ass make.
Well,
He's like, nigga, I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Let me out.
Yeah. And what'd he do?
I said, what the fuck is that? That's you? No. The thing is, it's a house divided. Nyambi is very lax when it comes to this dog, and she never had a dog before. So I've had multiple dogs.
I don't know why. Fake news that has to do with anything.
Because let me finish. Because she's very lax. Only thing she want to do is hug and cuddle on her dog. She don't want to do none of the disciplining. She want to do none of the rule setting. And I come in here with the rule setting and the discipline, and then she just looks at me like I'm crazy.
Okay. All right. It's not working, and I don't want to choose between the dog and my man. I guess you win there.
We just gonna get him some training.
Or he just gonna go back.
Either or.
Because I don't have time. I'm at the point now, y'all know I don't have to humble myself and go back to this bot store. I don't know what the hell I'm doing in my life. I just gotta have peace.
Mm-hmm.
I pray to the Lord, and every day I write my journal is just peace. And right now with Nerum and Desi, it is not no peace.
Mm-hmm.
No peace, like Sam Smith. Have y'all listened to Sam Smith's album? Oh my God.
Well,
I'm claiming he's sweeping the Grammys next year.
so another reason
no
why
peace.
Desi is not allowed to stay alone by himself is that Nyambi took him for a walk, and then she left for work, and I'm getting ready, and this nigga took a big giant shit at the front door
I don't know what that has to do with me.
because he was left alone, and that's what he did. He took a shit.
Because he was upset.
How?
Because he knew you was about to get him in that fucking crate. Because he's smarter than an average goddamn bear. Because he seen I left. He said, oh shit, the bitch is gone. Let me go see what this nigga doing. Oh, that nigga's getting in the shower, putting dress. He don't never put on no clothes. I mean, he better lock me in that fucking crate.
What
I
you
got
mean?
something for his ass.
What you mean?
He
y'all
only
never put
sweet
on
when
it?
he got on sweats.
No.
What?
No.
Did he come up and look at you?
Yeah, he looked
Then he
at
run
me.
back down?
He went back downstairs.
Because he knew.
And he took a shit.
Yes, because he knew.
No, I think we dog sitted the dog, and this happened to us before. When we had Gracie, the dog.
Don't be putting her name out there.
Gracie the dog, wherever the hell she at.
Shout out to Gracie. Someone asked did we want to take her. We was like, no.
Nope. Fuck that dog. We had Gracie the dog, and we left her downstairs in the basement, and she did the same thing. She left. She thought she was alone, and she took a shit. We can't be. These dogs got separation anxiety. We can't leave them alone because once we do, they take a shit, and they tear up stuff.
Niram, your energy.
Okay.
We'll keep y'all updated. As you can see, it has a lot of energy in our house.
House divided.
Our house freak. I ain't divided. I said she just gotta go back because I gotta give we're living a year of bliss, and Desi Bliss is not to be in crates. And if she's here, she got to be in the crate at night and when we gone. So we gonna bless her with a white family who don't believe in crates, nigga. Speaking of resilience, where are you pursing your lips?
My lips is dry, so.
Y'all, I've been reading. Like y'all can tell, I'm in my feelings. I think y'all know every 8 weeks. I think I'm just going through that cycle where I be down again. So I'm trying to work through it and be proactive. That's why I'm not arguing with Niram about Desi. If they can't agree, we gotta humble ourselves and just get the dog back. Anywho, I decided to pick up a book in the meantime. So I'm reading. It's by Sheryl Sandberg. And it's called Option B, Facing Adversity, Building Resilience, and Finding Joy. And it's really good. Like, it's really good. So, y'all know Sheryl Sandberg is the white woman from Facebook.
The lean in lady.
The lean in lady, chief operating officer, right? And it is a really good book. Again, I'm not sure if I'm just in my feelings, and so it's resonated with me. So maybe if you're not in your feelings, you'll be like, no, thank you, sis. But it's basically a book about, building resilience. What it said in the damn title: fighting adversity, dealing with grief through loss, and all types of loss. So this book started for her because it was about 4 or 5 years ago, right after her book came out. I want to say she lost her husband, died, and her husband died unexpectedly because she in her like 40s, early 40s, right? She got young kids and everything. So prime of her career, right? First woman, CEO of Facebook, jumping from Amazon. Like she a beast in her field.
Yeah.
And so the book is kind of describing how she went through that situation, how she grieved through it, how she built resilience and worked through it, but also like tips on how, adversity and grief and loss looks different. So she's like, my grief was of my husband. So some people lose, the loss. Some people grieve the loss of a job, of other folks in their lives. Like, she was like, this across the board. Like, she's like, I'm not about to play the oppression Olympics. Like, it shit hurts,
right?
And no one tells you how to grieve, be it the loss of a child, anything, and gives like explicit tips. And the book is about them. So I'm just at the first couple chapters, and she's like detailing on how her husband passed away, and that one I can't believe she told all that. So what happened was they was on a vacation. I ain't gonna give too much away because I know some folks might want to read it. And she was tired. So her husband was like, baby, go rest. Like, and it was like a group of friends. So it was like a cabin trip. So it was like a bunch of their friends on the beach. They done had brunch or whatever, and everyone's going their separate ways. And she was dozing off. And he was like, why don't you just go lay down? I'm going to go work out. And she woke up from like a 3 or 4 hour nap and kept looking for her husband everywhere with her friends. And they was like, we don't know where he at. And she said probably about 30 minutes if she couldn't find him. Because, they're at like a cabin or a beach house. And she's like, well, what the fuck? He ain't got no car. Like, and he started looking, and they looked she went to find him in the gym, and he was collapsed on the ground. And he had like blood running from his head. Child. Like, like on vacation.
Yeah.
I think this tie into like when we talking about white daddy too. And she just talked about how she was numb and, she didn't know what to say and how she's supposed to do with her kids. And, this idea of grief and also owning it. So she was like, well, maybe if I got up or sooner, he wouldn't have died. Like, like all this stuff just replaying in her head, and it was great. And the first chapter was titled Breathing Again, and it talks about her friends, family, and colleagues heard of like her husband's death and how they reached out to her with their own life traumas and hurdles. And she went on to say how she felt that something she learned through grieving, which could be helpful, is this idea of planting these seeds of resilience in the ways that we process negative events. So after spending decades studying how people deal with setbacks, she worked with a psychologist. Of course she did. She leaned in. Martin Seligman, I think it is. And he found that is 3 P's that can stunt recovery. So stunt that resilience. Because her idea is that you need to build up. Resilience ain't something you just born with and that's what it is. She said it's something that you can build after an event happens and make it strong, or it's something that you can work on before.
Right.
So before shit hit, you can already be ready for it. And the 3 P's that she talks about, one is personalization. So the belief that we are at fault. The second one is pervasiveness, the belief that an event would affect all areas of our life. And the third is permanence, the belief that the aftershocks of the event will last forever. So she goes on to say, so her biggest thing is, so things that get in your way of your resilience is one, personalizing it, believing that, like she said with her husband, it was her fault. Like it's nothing she could have did about it, right? What happened, period. It doesn't matter. And then the idea of pervasiveness, that the event will affect the rest of your life. So she said as soon as that happened, she felt like her life changed forever. And it did. But she started trickling into all types of other stuff, right? That it started, she started connecting the dots to other things and making everything was horrible, but everything wasn't horrible. Just that piece of her life that happened was, and then last, the permanence that it never stopped. So her idea, when her husband died, she's like, "Oh, I'm never gonna be. I'm never gonna find joy again. Like there's no joy left in my life." So I don't know. I just thought it was super, super interesting. And again, she went on to say if these 3 Ps are addressed by the griever and their support system, the less likely they are to get depressed, that they're better equipped to cope with the grief and move forward. So that's just from the first 2 chapters. I love a book with resources.
Yeah.
I love a book I can take cliff notes to.
Did you feel like this chapter punched you in the throat?
It hit me in the throat a little bit because I definitely do all those 3 things. Try to take it personal and try to figure out how you can get out of it, right? But I think more importantly is like the idea of permanence. So the belief that the aftershocks of the event will last forever, because it feels like it lasts forever, right? When you're in it, it's forever. And I think that also the thing when it comes to grief and your support system, everybody else moves on.
Right.
Everybody is gone. Like they're like, oh, well, I guess you okay. They live in their life. They're in their own bubble. But when it all quiet down and everybody moving forward and you just there, that's some rough shit. But it was good. It's a good book. I recommend y'all pick it up.
That's what's up.
You think it sounds good now?
Yeah, it does. I might pick it up on audio.
Okay. And what's going on with you here?
I'm still maintaining. I'm out here.
Yeah, of course.
Couple things. What the hell is going on with Kevin Hart?
That nigga was drunk at the Super Bowl. What's going on?
Is this all a ploy for his irresponsible tour he coming out with?
Oh, is that what he gonna call that? Is that what he calls it?
I think it's like irresponsible or something like that.
But it was 2 things that he did it. So, Nia, are you talking about the 2 things or no?
Well, one time was when he said "fuck" on live TV.
Stupid.
Y'all niggas ain't give a fuck. What did he say?
Something stupid. And he too media trained to let that slip out.
He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oops. He was like, oops. Like a baby. Oops. My bad.
And then the second one was, are you talking about when his ass tried to get up on the stage and the bodyguard was like,
no, sir. You are not an athlete, a coach, or an owner. If you're not one of those 3 things, you're not getting up here.
He was trying to hold it down for Philly. Yeah, see? The Irresponsible Tour, 2018. That's what he called it.
Yeah, okay.
And then he going to come out with a movie special.
Yeah.
Irresponsible.
And then he's going to go ahead and copy this in there. This skit going to be in it.
Yeah. So, he got to,
get your money.
What else? I heard that they played Meek Mill during the Super Bowl. So Meek Mill was in jail. He thought he was a geek.
Child, that was just on the set list.
Yeah.
You think it was intentional?
He felt like it was.
Who makes the set list?
I don't know. Some white person.
Yeah, I don't think. No.
And speaking of white folks, the white folks tore the fuck up, tore Philly ass up.
White people always tear it up when it comes to like athletes and team. Like I don't know why they be fucking shit up.
They tore that bitch up, and I ain't see no police. I ain't see no tear gas.
That was a riot.
I ain't see no motherfucking
hoodlums.
What is up with white people and light poles
and climbing on bitches like spider monkeys?
What is up with that?
And they love to tear them down. They love to climb light poles and jump on awnings.
Yeah, and like flip cars over and shit. Like what?
Oh, no. That's not a black thing.
But
that's not an ethnic thing.
But one thing, white people, flipping cars, I can see that. White and black people do that shit.
Why do you flip? Niggas flip cars.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't never seen niggas just flip
cars. But one of the things that always surprised me about the white folks,
what?
It's the fucking light posts. Like, what the light posts do to y'all? They always want to, like, tear this motherfucking out.
And they be shaking it. Where do they be getting the fire from? Where did they get these torches from?
These niggas looted and riot, and I ain't seeing goddamn news article talking about thugs or thieves and nothing.
Hoodlums and be tearing up shit up like that.
Me and Nia was having this conversation about masculinity and how white people, you know, they always fascinated with masculinity. And one of the things is since they don't win in life, they got to attach themselves to a sports team. So when they team win, they can feel like they're winning that life.
Never mind, I almost said something.
And then he was like, well, you know, that's why I ain't got to worry about it because my masculinity ain't tied to no sport team because I'm always winning. I said, nigga, you stupid.
It's not, though. People out here, and you know, we out in New England. These people was hurt. At the bot store, New England Patriots gear went 90% off.
What?
I said, they ain't going to play next year? I said, damn. Not, and it ain't sell out yet. I thought it was going to sell out in 10 minutes.
Niggas was mad.
People like, fuck them.
Speaking of Patriots, Rob Gronkowski, I think that's how you say that white boy's name.
Yeah.
Somebody broke in his house while he was at the Super Bowl.
Where he live?
In Boston.
Where in Boston?
Somebody broke in his house.
Ain't nobody see that. Well, that's very New England. They don't got shit to do with me.
Somebody broke in his house because TMZ got the 911 tape.
Damn, TMZ.
And then it was like, this is Rob Gronkowski, the football player.
Oh.
And
I wish I was a night. Why did he call 911? Why didn't he call the police?
Well, I guess that's what he was calling.
Nigga, Google the police, Boston police, not 911.
This is not necessarily an emergency, but I don't know.
So why you call? Look, I'm the operator. Why you call then?
It's not necessarily an emergency, but I don't know who else to call. I was playing in the Super Bowl and somebody broke in my house while I was gone.
And they took all his shit. How much shit they take?
I don't know.
Shouldn't his shit? How much shit he just had free flowing?
No, they ain't get much shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. What, they got a TV?
They rated a lot of stuff, but he got like 2 roommates or whatever who are also football players.
Oh, okay. Like they got like a penthouse or something.
Yeah. And they got all their shit, but they didn't get mostly none of his stuff because his doors was locked or something like that.
Oh my goodness! Ain't nobody noticed. That's an inside job, Gronk.
Yeah, something.
Any bitches or
Probably.
niggas? How you doing?
Probably.
Because that what they said. And as soon as they did the coin flip, they would bust up in that bitch. Because that's when everybody was distracted.
Right. And that's what they said. The police estimated that they broke in around 9 p.m. on Sunday.
Right in the middle of that damn game, when everybody was right when that score was close, when nobody was paying the damn attention.
Fuck it, he gonna
It's
win
so
the Super
tight
Bowl.
in Boston. How did no one see that? How did no cameras catch this?
I don't know, but somebody broke in his house.
It's somebody in your camp group. What's his name?
Grunk.
I can't say his name.
What else? You know, as y'all can hear from my voice, I'm still sick. I sound worse than what I really am, but I'm making it. What else? Daily winnings. You know,
What do you mean daily winnings?
You know, I try to find the wins in life and the wins of the day.
Come on, break it down.
You know, I try to find.
Sound like a black Gary Vay. V?
Yeah.
Vay?
Yes.
Vay or V?
V.
Whatever.
You know, I try to find the wins of the day.
Well, what was the wins of the day, Nirams?
Well, you know how I was talking about how my boss had this like consultant came in and do like these surveys and ask people what they think about the business. So he came in and we had like a meeting, like a 2-hour meeting.
What was y'all talking?
So I guess he was going over like some of his notes because I was like, is that all the notes from we're gonna call her Amy? Like, is those all the notes from Amy? He's like, nope, these are all the notes from Amy. It's like 15 pages, but these are the ones that I took that pertains to you.
Damn, was it a lot?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, you're doing work good with the websites. You know, I know that project's going to be done. We're looking forward to doing marketing and things of that sort. You know, so we started talking about, like, marketing, and that's the type of stuff I geek over with, especially, like, social media marketing. Yeah. So he's like, you know, well, how much, you know, do you think we need for a budget? I said, at minimal, I need, like, just to start off $1,000 a month. And I said, truthfully, I need more than that, but I know we're a startup. Yeah. And I was like, you know, just think about like in print material alone for all these businesses, that can add up to $1,000 just in itself.
Yeah, just prints up one paper in color.
Right. Mm-hmm. I said, truthfully, if you want this done right, I'm gonna need at least $5,000 to $10,000. Yeah. He's like, for the year. I said, no, a month.
Niram is. I think I love and hate Niram for that.
What?
Niram always does these things. I need $1 million. And Niram says it to people with straight faces. I'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
So, you know.
You're just going to glide by my comment?
What?
Niram always does things like this.
I say it with a straight face.
Yeah.
I say things with a straight face. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Yeah.
So, don't get mad.
I ain't mad. I'm just telling you.
Don't get mad because you ain't got the courage to do the same.
First of all, it don't got nothing to do with courage. I'm just very realistic. I'm realistic, all right?
You never know what you get unless you ask for it.
Don't come for me.
Like this other win.
Can I say I'm sad about this Winter Olympics coming too?
Why? Because all TV going to be to a halt?
I hate when the Olympics come on The Winter or the Summer Olympics. I hate when it come on TV.
Why?
Oh my God, I hate it.
I love a good summer Olympics.
Sorry, go ahead, finish your winners now.
So that going on, and we negotiating the budget and things of that sort. Because I was like, well, I'm just gonna put things in perspective. I said, I work for this other place, that's also a tech company, and I just manage this region, and for that, just for my personal swag alone, I got $500 a month, and then for my other budget, I have an additional $1,500 a month.
Yep.
And this is a big tech company that's within this area.
Yeah.
So just imagine what you really need for your startup to actually make it where you want to go.
Yeah.
So then, we started talking about scheduling and things of that sort. And, it has been like unofficial that, most Mondays I don't work and things of that sort. So he's like, well, I know that, you work best when, you enjoy the flexibility, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, so let me know like what your optimal schedule is. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, truth be told, like I really don't like working on Mondays and Fridays. I said Mondays, driving out here in New England, traffic's crazy, and I come into work, everybody all flustered, blah, blah, blah. That just does not work my creativity. And I said the same thing with Fridays. Like I get here, nobody's really in the office. And, and then I get there and I usually leave about, 1, 2 anyway and got to fight back with the traffic. So if it was up to me, I wouldn't work on Mondays and Fridays. I'll just work from home.
Yeah.
And then, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll just, come in 9 to 4 or whatnot.
And what'd he say?
Okay. Damn. I said, damn, I should have asked for another day. Fuck.
The fucking Neroms. So that means you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 days. You can be at home.
Yep.
Guess what days I work at the box store?
What days?
All of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Man.
Guess what time? 7 fucking in the morning to 4 p.m. at goddamn night. And every other weekend from 2 to fucking midnight.
I'm sorry, baby.
Yep.
But you're winning, though.
How?
You got a job, but most niggas don't.
I am blessed to have a job. And I'm going to leave it there.
At a job that you quit, you left.
Nigga, I left in good standing.
Did you laugh?
They could have easily told me no. You act like I just threw the pay. You act like I ripped up my name tag through. I work.
So, anyways, I called that a big win. I should have asked for another day. Win. But I was like, you know what? I'll take that. I only gotta be in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 4, and Monday and Friday. Ooh, I'ma love that. Yes, nigga, that's a win. I'm winning.
I know. Neil been winning. Now y'all be just trying to stay afloat.
Couple other things.
I must have really fucked with somebody.
Couple other things.
Somebody send me some crystals. What else, Neil?
Couple other things before we start getting to pillow talk.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the motherfucking Read. These niggas is gonna be the
podcast.
Yes, the Read podcast. These niggas is gonna be the first podcast at Essence Fest.
Yeah, deserve it. Absolutely.
Shout out.
Yeah, if it was anybody else,
that is a big fucking.
Anybody
win.
else, I would have side eye. So are they doing like a live show there? Or
they're
something?
doing a live show. They're doing meet and greet, and they like hosting or like opening it up or opening for Essence Fest.
They deserve it.
Shout out to them niggas.
I really want to go to Essence. I might be down there, honey.
Yes.
Good for them.
That's around my birthday week.
So now they done started it up, right? Yeah. So now it's going to be a whole podcasting
revolution.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's already. But now it's going to be some type of baby podcast. Is it a black podcast conference?
No,
niggas, we be a little. I know it's a white one. I know it's plenty of white ones.
Yeah.
But have they did a brown one? So that probably be kicking off with Essence. Like, they can have stuff early where you come a little early and there's a bunch of podcasters like doing live shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Or how they do like the lounges at Essence for the folks who've been there. So there's like, it's in the Megadome or the Superdome. Am I saying that right? Mm-hmm. Like the main stage, right? Yeah. But they have all these things I think they're called super lounges. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And they're like smaller side ones. I can see them doing that for a bunch of podcasts. Mm-hmm. Like one day, and that'd be like a good Sunday. I guess that's the day for the Lord. Maybe a Saturday morning or something. Why you?
It's the day for the Lord.
Because I imagine they had a Clark sister there that day. But like a morning event, right? Because when folks may be up, and that's when you can kind of record the podcast live from there, and like that'd be hot. I'm excited for them. They deserve it more. I'm waiting for them to go ahead and get on TV. I don't know what their TV debut gonna be.
But them niggas are winning.
They win. That's why I said I gotta hurry up and go see the Read before I can't afford it. And I just got to buy a shirt. They were like, "Oh, you went to the Rio?" I said, "I just bought the shirt,
I just
honey.
bought the shirt.
I can't
Well, hell,
pay Beyonce prices, honey."
the way they sign up, your sell out, your ass gotta be on the internet on
I
their
know.
website like Beyonce.
And it can't, and I know, and it can't. Don't matter if I'm working, I'm gonna have to call into the box store.
Look, I can't come in today. Why?
I gotta
Because
go
the Reed
see.
tickets are coming on sale, and I need to go buy some.
No, I might just make it sound like it's family. Crystal coming in town. I don't know. I guess I don't know Kid Fury Kid. He coming in. I got some family coming in New York. I got to be there for.
Right, my family coming into New York, and I gotta go see them in Harlem.
Yeah, at the Apollo.
Where we gonna meet up at the Apollo?
But shout out to them. Good.
Yeah. Shout out to them. I'm
Good.
so happy.
Now,
for
if it
them.
was any other one out of sight, I'd be like, now.
Mhm.
But them, yeah, it's gonna be good.
What else? Black Panther debuts. They Rotten Tomato with a perfect score.
Good. A lot of black movies has been doing that.
Yeah.
And they need to go back and retroactively give a lot of black movies perfect scores. But okay.
I'm just waiting for like that Facebook group, motherfuckers, that's hating ass niggas that's
What?
to come back and
Rotten
give them-
Tomatoes already done shut them down. They're screening it. So they said if anybody come with some racist ass comments, it's getting shut down.
What?
I think they hired a diversity officer just to read Black Panther reviews. Because Rotten Tomatoes said, "Not today, Satan."
Mm-hmm. And then Cardi B says everything, it's the same thing we've been saying for the longest.
What?
We all came from the same way.
She finally said that?
Yeah.
What Cardi B, I never took her as someone who didn't embrace her blackness.
You know what the black folks be saying. We don't know why these niggas from the Caribbean be acting all funny. They just got off the boat first.
Earlier. We
Right.
had more longevity.
Right. So, shout out to them. Shout out to Cardi B.
She said, who she was talking to?
She was talking to Zendaya on this CR fashion book.
Mm-hmm.
So she was having that conversation, talking about
Black
we
and
all
Latino.
we all
Low-key,
came here the
high-key.
same fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High and low key.
So shout out to Cardi B.
Yeah.
She go on there and putting everything
Just
on
put
the
it
table.
out there. I think.
Because sometimes like the people who are from like the Caribbean, they be like, "Oh, I'm not black, I'm Dominican, or I'm Jamaican," and it's like, nigga, we got the same damn skin. We black. Black is a culture.
Yeah. I be want to say more than that, but yeah.
I know.
I be like, tell me more. Why you laughing? Tell me more about this. Tell me more about the island life. Tell me more about it. But you here. Never mind. Look, now I'm Donald Trump, but you here.
But you here, girl. Bye. Pillow talk. What we got?
Jilly from Philly.
What about her?
Jilly from Philly just got a restraining order that shuts her First of all, did you know Jill Scott was married?
Shit,
I knew she was married, but I knew she got divorced and she got married again.
Mm-hmm.
So these the documents claim that his name is Michael Dobson has engaged in a campaign of harassment and disparagement with an end game of squeezing more coins up out of Jill Scott. She says that her declaration she says in her declaration he did an interview where he called her an evil woman and threatened to fight dirty.
Oh.
These niggas out here is on their best can-do life. Scott also says Dobson was contacting her friends and family and was talking trash about her. She confronted him and she told her he was on a campaign of revenge to get even because she filed to end their 19-month marriage. She says money seems to be his end game, citing that she has business accounts worth more than $2 million and various other assets. He says that they have a prenup that prohibits both of them from talking to the media, and since he's violating that, she wants her gag ordered.
Yeah, and the judge is one issue one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I mean, if it's in the prenup,
Mm-hmm.
I heard this the same nigga who want to allegedly get rid of the prenup. Nigga, how you?
Yeah, because he's talking about he signed it under distress.
Shut up.
Hey,
That ain't my fault.
what you mean? That
It's not my
nigga he signed it under
It's not my
distress.
fault.
But nigga, you shouldn't have signed it then.
That's not my fault.
Well,
And what we mean distress? Just because I said I'm not marrying you unless you sign, that ain't distress.
mm-mm. Well, I'm looking forward once Jill finish all this stuff because I know some good
gonna be a
music
good
is coming.
CD.
Because she hits that latest one she got.
Woman was good.
When she's talking about, I'm just looking at love as brothers and daughters. I mean, brothers and sisters, mothers and
Oh,
daughters.
prepared.
Yeah.
When she talking about she eating food and green juice.
Yeah.
And getting prepared and writing her journal.
Yeah. She just watching. She was just looking
Prepared-
at all types of love.
Prepared by Jill Scott. Listen, y'all. This is something you need to go do. Go to YouTube, Spotify, whatever you got. Go to Jill Scott. Look up on the CD Woman, and it's called Prepared.
It was a good one.
It will put you in your feelings. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think she got another one coming out soon.
She gonna have some good music. I know this is all, and I really don't wish this on anybody, but I know it's gonna be some
Well, this is
good
her second
music.
go around with it.
Hey,
I'm glad she got that prenup. And that nigga, you're not getting no money. And I'm sure he's getting some coin. He ain't gonna get as much as he want, but I'm sure and he a fool if he signed it and get no coin.
well, he ain't get much. He only been there for 19 months. You know.
But it should be in the prenup. Well, oh, you're saying it's like a 5. I don't know what the prenup say. It could be like a 5-year thing to get some money. Well, he should study under Miss Janet Jackson and stay to 5 days and 1 month. And cash in $500 million.
Right.
$500 million.
$500 million. a Billy. Yeah, hell yeah.
Bad bitch contest. I would have stayed too.
I'm gonna wait this out. Like she just marking shit off like she doing a bid.
Yeah, like she in jail.
Right.
And I won't even let on. You happy today? Yes.
Yes. I'm just so happy to be with you. To be here with you.
Forever.
Give me a divorce.
But what do you think about these niggas talking shit about her? This nigga talking shit about her. Like, even if, like, do you think this seems petty?
It is petty. And same too. It is petty, and that's something I really don't like. Especially when it comes to this, it's really all about money. But I really hate when like people put their business all out in the street like that
Unnecessarily, right?
Unnecessarily,
because I don't think nobody was going to be like, "Sir, do you have a comment about your divorce with Jill Scott?"
Right? Niggas didn't even know Jill Scott was getting
married.
divorced.
I didn't know she was married.
Right. Let alone getting a divorce.
Yes. But Jill Scott do love though.
I know she do.
Every interview she be talking about, "Ooh, he just feels so good like grits." I'm like, what? What are you talking about, Jill? Like, Jill Scott is definitely like that friend that you be like, sis, what? Who be talking about like the full moons and stones.
So I imagine myself on my knees.
Yeah, she's definitely that friend who like always calls her man king.
Yes.
And I'm the friend that's kind of looking at her like,
my nigga just from Detroit.
And she asking me why I don't call Nero king.
He's just the light of my life.
And it ain't no wrong with that. Like, that's black love too, right? But I take Jill as that type of girl, and I be like, sis,
he is the moon to my stars.
That is a nigga.
And I'm be saying, what type of nigga she got? Because I just got a nigga from Detroit. And I'm be like, shit, you don't never call me no king.
I don't. No. I'm not into the king and the moon and the pharaohs.
Shit.
I'm not into that.
When you gonna call me the moon and your stars?
I don't. I mean, I can, but I don't know if it's gonna come off genuine. That's just never been my skilo. But you know, sometimes I admire the girls that be like, "Oh Lord, he just shakes me to my core." I'm like, how? What'd he do?
He speaks to me
without speaking. I'm like, huh? This is me, huh? I give him the Desi cocktail, huh? What do you want me to do? Sit? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Them namaste chicks. But Jill, what? What you about to say?
Nah, it just reminded me of a episode of Joe Budden podcast when he was talking about the neo soul hoes.
Oh, not the neo soul.
He's like,
that smell like patchouli.
Yeah, and he said, they're the ones you just gotta have candles lit.
The incense,
right?
Very Erykah Badu, but I feel like Erykah Badu. I don't know. She might be calling niggas kings. Erykah Badu did something because every nigga she laid it on ain't been right. Not in a bad way. They've been changed. They like the Lord. I know.
I just want them niggas to rap again.
No, she told
all
them,
of them.
She take it out of them.
Jesus.
Suck it through her. Gone. You will not rap no more.
Damn it.
What is that? Isn't that a fairy tale? No, that was Little Mermaid.
No.
When the evil witch took the voice.
Oh, I thought you was talking about what was that?
Ursula.
Gods. What was that TV show? Gods.
Oh, that was a good one. Demons and Gods.
Something. Was it Gods? No, it wasn't Gods.
Demons and Gods on Stars. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Just type in Stars. You Google everything else, Nero.
I can't even think of that. That's like
Stars.
Gods or something.
Gods and Demons, I think. Anyway, when Nero, I'm thinking
Gods of America.
Oh.
When that woman had that
American Gods.
American Gods. Goddamn. Y'all know I'm on something. I'm getting there. Gods of American Gods. Yeah. When you had that woman that guy that was eating all the men up through her vagina.
Yeah, she was. She just swallowed the whole man.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you a summary of what American Gods is about. It's good, but I can't explain it at all.
It's like the old guys versus new guys. So like the new guys is like the guy of social media and things of that sort, and they're all preparing to have like a war.
And what's an old god? Like Zeus and shit?
Yeah, like Zeus
and like sirens.
Yeah,
Gotcha. And Wonder Woman.
I don't know if she got.
Oh, she got Amazon. And Amazon's god? Never mind. Anything else about Jilly from Philly?
No.
Also, we wanted to shout out because we know it's February and Black Love Day. You know, we really don't put respect on Valentine's Day, but Black Love Day is coming up. And
February 13th.
Yeah.
For those who's wondering.
And in Blavity, it looks like the young man name is Chuck Marcus. He's doing like these highlights on millennial love story. And, you know, just it's just cute. It's cute. I haven't read through them all, but I just wanted to shout them out because love is love, right? And what caught me off guard, I think, in that statement when they said millennial love stories, like it didn't even connect. And we're old millennials, but we're millennials,
Right?
But it didn't even connect to me to be like, oh, how is that love different? So I want to put a pin in that. Maybe next week talk about, you know, what do we think the difference is between millennial loves and what old school love? Is it a difference? I don't know. You know, I'm also anti folks getting married at like 12 too. There's a lot of that, honey. That is not. Nyambi be the first one to tell you don't get married at 12. No, I don't mean 12, y'all, but I think anything 25 and under, shit. That's a tough one for me. And I think I was picking through it. It's a nice chunk of folks like, we married at 23. We married at 20. I said, you couldn't even drink at your own wedding.
Exactly.
If you wanted to, not even saying you drank.
Right.
But I thought that was just something to talk about. What's your thought? What's your quick thoughts on millennial love? Because I figure we can unpack it. It might be fun to unpack for Black Love Day.
I think it might be fun to unpack. I think.
And why ain't they reach out to us? Because we ain't some of these pictures look like they call their men kings too. Well, another pin in the episode. Am I not? Do I not? Maybe it's PDA. Maybe it's that.
No, Naomi don't really get PDA.
I do.
Very little.
I mean, but I don't think PDA is appropriate if I'm out with other people and I'm all in your face. Well, we could have stayed our monkey asses on the couch with Desi. If we was gonna do that.
Naomi is not big on PDA.
No. I know certain type. Hugging, holding hands. But you ever just seen couples where you be like, get a fucking room.
We was out with a couple.
Oh my God.
Date night, and
Jesus.
her and this couple, she was just all over each other. You know, they was holding hands, had their arms wrapped in between each other. You know, each of them touching each other's nose, feeding each other, and like Naomi's just on the other side of the booth, like, nigga, don't touch me. I'm like, damn,
I did not do that.
I say, look at this, look at they love Naomi.
It was vomit inducing.
But Naomi, I can barely hold her.
I think they do it because they're not talking to each other. Right. I think it's a different type of love, right? That I think PDA does not determine intimacy, and a lot of folks use PDA as a form of intimacy, and I think sometimes it don't got nothing to do with it.
Naomi,
that's just my motherfucking
barely want to hold my damn hand.
I do want to hold your hand. Don't do that, Niram. You're just trying to get the people to feel sorry for you.
Is it working?
No, because they can read through your shit.
No,
Nyambi don't even touch me.
She don't.
She don't hug me.
I'm
she
trying
don't
to hold
kiss
her
me.
hand right now, and I can't even find it.
Nah, Melania Trump.
And we over here sitting next to each other at the kitchen table.
Look, I'm Melania. Get your hands off me. That's another one. She don't want him to hold 45 to hold her hand. Get your fucking hands off me, nigga. All right, the time is here. This is us, White Daddy. Go here.
Ooh, it was lackluster.
Ooh. Don't you do that. No, Niram, you don't understand. It was supposed to be that. That's what you didn't get. Like, you thought it was going to be some type of grandiose, oh my goodness, White Daddy doing acrobats. But I think, and this is the only episode I'm giving them a pull on this, right? Every other episode, I want drama, though. Okay? So don't get comfortable. This is us.
You just watched the after show.
A little bit of it, but I processed it and I digested it. It talks about the importance of, like, that's how life is, right? Life, when people die a lot of times, it's not this grandiose things, but it's in these simple ways that there's nothing you can do about, like, this is simple, right? And I think that's what was beautiful about it, to say, damn, that's what it was, a slow cooker.
They could have they could have drawn that out a little bit longer.
I almost now wish, I want to take back what I said, I wish we just didn't know how White Daddy died. Like, I almost wish it was like a final show. Like when they kind of wrap it together and maybe all crying or maybe celebrating on a happy note. Now I wish I didn't know.
It was lackluster. And I called it. I need to go back to which episode where I said it's gonna be Kate and that damn dog, and Kate was gonna get out, and then she gonna be like, "Daddy, the dog," and his ass gonna go back in there, and then that's how he died.
But okay, so let's start with the episode. We're not even talking about it.
Yeah.
So with this fire, the fire started, and he's going to get all his children. The first children he get was who? Randall. He told Randall, if I ain't back,
get your mama out there. Damn.
She said, I don't care if you got to push her ass out.
Drag her and push her ass out.
And you do it. And then he went back to got Kate. And then Kate Freshen is hysterical.
Well, the thing is, Randall came to the room. So he's like, Randall, Kate, come here. And Randall came.
Because knew what niggas do.
But Kate, she seen that fight.
Scared.
Daddy!
Yeah, she kept hesitating.
Pause. Can we pause for a second?
What?
This, we need to come up with a fire safety route.
Come on.
You know, niggas don't talk about this, but I
remember when I was younger, we was in school and they was like homework assignment was figure out your fire safety eviction plan at your house. That was a homework assignment.
Because we sleep on our room was on the second floor.
Nigga, I'm jumping. Nigga, I think the fire safety is to have your fire alarms working so when it's smoke, you can still get out. That's the purpose.
Well, you know, our alarm company called. Hello, this is ADT.
So I think that's really the goal. If you have smoke detectors, that by the time you get the smoke, your house not on fire yet. You can get the fuck on.
Yeah.
Right? So you walk out the front door.
Okay.
But no, you're right. So if that doesn't happen, we got to go out that fucking White Daddy showed us.
I'm going to have to put you in that cover.
You put me in the cover and had me on that deck. And then I'm going to jump from the deck into the woods. Or are we going to throw the mattress out the window and tuck and roll?
Oh,
we young. We might break a bone or two, but I can do it. It'll grow back.
I just got over an injury. I'm trying to run the New York City Marathon.
You know, getting Ayan be scared. And I get some.
Oh, you get strength. Baby.
I get strength and endurance. I get to run in long distances. I'm a survivor.
You got to want to live.
You got to want to fucking live.
So back to White Daddy and this fire.
Yeah.
So it's the slow cooker.
Yes.
And everybody was like, damn, I'm throwing away all old ass slow cookers.
Throwing out slow cookers, unplugging everything in my house. God damn. That's scary, but it's real shit though, right? It's real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, look, we can't even get through it. They got out the house. But can we talk about this? Riders, this is how I know it was white riders. Would black daddies go back in the house for any animal? Hell, black daddies might not go for that kid.
Shit.
I'm not going in the house. My child is going to be upset. I'll be like, he already got out or he dead.
Look, we'll get you another one, baby.
We'll get you. He meant well. And I'm going to say, he not a G like Desi because Desi been up. As soon as he hear the door open, as soon as he hear us walking, he up.
Listen here. Let me tell you about motherfucking Desi.
Which,
as soon as this nigga see that we go in the coat closet,
he start getting his shit. He start getting his leashes.
This nigga start getting to the door and shit.
Yeah,
like,
he beating us there.
Well, let me put on my shoes too.
So they must don't got a black dog. Because Desi be at the door.
But you know, that was like a...
I was like, they stretching on that.
You know, that was an impossible white man moment where his ass then went back in there. He didn't save the dog. He even got pictures.
That's what I said. Who was he? Freddy Krueger?
This nigga got keepsakes and shit,
that was
necklaces and
and I get it. It's a show.
Yeah.
But that dog and them pictures would have burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Burnt to the ground.
Yep.
To the ground. You hear me? But then what got me with everything, like, but I almost felt the sense of relief when it happened. Then I felt the sense of dread, like, oh fuck, I don't like that. What's gonna happen here? And then I was like, oh, what happened? He don't want to go to the hospital. He just gonna die in the hotel room. Go to the hospital, White Daddy. He didn't go to the hospital. And I said, well, he gonna die in the waiting room. Oh, he getting checked out by the doctor. Okay, the doctor said it's okay, but I knew with someone that doctor was like, his heartbeat is a little elevated.
Fast, yeah.
I'm gonna go and I'll come back. Right then, I said, God damn it,
this nigga gonna have a heart attack.
Damn it, White Daddy. And I got to remember the time in the 80s. I was like, can't people still die of like post exposure to smoke? Like, I was like, ain't that still a thing? Like, shouldn't they been pumping his system with oxygen? Like, what the fuck? He just was sitting on the edge of the bed twiddling his thumbs.
Right, watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he looking in his eye and giving us. I said, hey, don't we should be doing some shit here? What? What?
That was modern medicine back then, babe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about 2018. Like, wait a minute, I need you because in 2018 when I go to the doctor now, they put a little thing on my face that
post-ox
that tests that. So I'm like, we should have been testing all this shit, right? And I need White Daddy getting all the oxygen. Then I knew something when he was walking away, and his last words to her was like, "You in my light, bitch."
You in front of the TV.
And she went, and then she got that candy. She twiddling her thumb. She get in her hotel room talking about, my man cute. This gonna be good. And then that doctor was like, I got something to tell you. He done died. And she was like, and she ate that. She ate the whole candy bar in one bite.
She's like, I'm hungry as hell.
And she said, "Huh?
Huh?
That's a Nyambi move." What, bitch? I'm hungry. Now I connected with her on that. Bitch, what are you talking about? I just talked to Nero.
Nero.
Get the fuck out my way. I don't have time to talk. You're crafty. Bye. And then she walked in that room, and then in that reflection, you see him dead. I said, Jesus, Rebecca. When I tell you Mandy fucking Morris played the fuck out of that, somebody give Mandy fucking Morris her award. She played that. Do you hear me?
She did.
And then secondly, she played it when she's like, I gotta go chill my children.
Mm-hmm.
And then here come Miguel. And she's like, he dead, Miguel. She said, shut the fuck up, Miguel.
Hold that shit together.
If you can't hold this shit together, go take a
walk.
fucking walk, bitch. Because I got to hold it together for my children, especially the black one. And then she walked in there and talked to her children. And they all, who started hollering the loudest? Kate. And there it go.
Mm-hmm.
And there it go. And then, you know what, in current time, they talk about how each of the big three share, like they do it. So what is it? Randall celebrates, Kevin avoids, and Kate, what she do? Wallows.
Yeah.
Jesus, some shit don't change. I thought it was interesting how each of them mourn and grieve, and this idea of resilience, but even how the mama still do it, right? So even in the book I was reading by Sheryl Sandberg about resilience, something that I highlighted that stuck out with me, she said, death ends a life, but it doesn't end a relationship. And it just, even how her, Mandy Moore, it's been 20 years. She done remarried, but she still had this tradition of making a lasagna, sitting and like kind of talking with him, or he sends different clues. Like that was to the core. It's like, damn, a relationship don't end with death, right? It is. Look, not like I'm the Neo Soul host. Look, it transitions.
Oh, not
it vibrates.
It transcends.
It's a vibration,
God.
right? I just thought that was beautiful, but also how Miguel is like, okay, and step back and allows that. Like, how does that work, right?
You know,
that's a different level of black love, right? That when you are a widow and then you remarry and the partner got to give you the space. Ooh.
Yeah, it's about staying in your lane.
Jeez.
You got to stay in your lane on that.
Wow.
Look, I know you go through this.
Wow.
I know you like to do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over to homie's house.
Wow, though. But how did you, I mean, that's that old school love and that old school wisdom, just to be able to step back and be like, I'm going to let you have this and I love you. And I'm okay being second, right?
Because a millennium not. Like, fuck you. I'm ghosting your ass.
We jealous.
You making a lasagna for a dead nigga?
Oh my God. That nigga dead. He gone. But it just was straight up respect. Like, I feel like when she woke up in the morning, Miguel went there. Like, she ain't even had to see him this whole day. And ain't gonna see him till tomorrow. He gonna come back home when she sleep.
Right.
But I thought it was something beautiful about that too, right? It was something sincerely beautiful about that. And it was a heart-wrenching episode. Because I had to put myself, I like to be an empath. I was like, if me and Niram have the children and then he die and it's just me and the kids, like, and I have to go tell my kids this. And even what she said was like, I'm about to change my kids' life. Like, I'm about to change their life. And they're never gonna be the same.
No.
And how am I gonna do this? Jesus. I think that would have been harder for me than even digesting, like, you losing your best friend, your lover, right? Because I do believe even through death there's a connection. But when you got them children, whew, that's a heavy one. Like, I even always ask my father, because my grandmother had 11 kids, and my grandfather drowned. And I think my grandfather drowned when my dad was 7. And my dad is not second to the youngest. So she got all these kids. And this old school black, right? So she just work at the church. So it ain't like she pulling. So you got to figure out, 1, how to make money. 2, how to take care of these children. And, just going from there, right? So I don't know. It was just this quiet strength that I'm like, wow. And what they're doing, folks do it every day.
They do.
Right? And then, what else we gonna talk about? I liked how Kevin finally talking to his daddy.
Even though he think he's the wrong tree.
And that's honest. Kevin's my favorite character. You know who's getting on my nerves?
Who?
Kate.
Why?
Oh my God. Because she's just so extra. It's not in the cloud. Put it on the tape. Where is it? It's just like, Kate. When is Toby gonna be like, hey, bitch, I am in this relationship too? When is that gonna happen? Like, Kate is extra. Like, she's a lot. And then here come Randall and Beth. Randall doing the most. He done went to Food Network and got the best top 10 recipes for Super Bowl Sunday.
He said it all.
And Beth done stepped on this, what is it? A chameleon?
Gecko.
A gecko that didn't have for 16 hours. Tess is depressed. And it's like, what you gonna do? Right? So I just really, it was good to see. And also I kind of like that they got a flash forward for it, right? At the end of the episode that they got me, where I'm thinking like, damn, Randall and Beth, they done got another little black boy, right? Who was it gonna be? But the flash forward is Tess. Is Tess done come over there and done grew up, and she done became some type of social worker or work with orphaned kids or something, and then here come Daddy Randall coming in proud. Because Tess said nothing but the truth, but the damn whole truth, and was like, Dad, you changing everything about your life, what you doing. It's like you don't want to be with us. Mm-hmm. And Randall's like, what? So I just thought that was beautiful too.
You got a new job. You want Deja. Deja gone. You don't want me. Don't nobody want me.
Oh, Lord.
Don't nobody want me.
Can we talk about casting? Why that older girl did look like Tess?
I don't know.
She looked.
They do that.
Now that I looked, I was like, damn, I do look like her.
They do that very well.
Yeah.
Well, old Randall, new Randall.
Yeah.
Teenage Randall.
All of them look like
in favor.
A little.
Right.
We used to Lifetime movies.
Okay.
What movie was that on Lifetime movie? Nobody looked like nobody.
Pick one.
Was that Aaliyah?
Aaliyah. Shit. Did Whitney Houston have a Lifetime movie?
Hers is a little decent though.
Pick one. Bobby Christina.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Well, what else you thought about This Is Us?
Overall, like I said, I think the episode was a little lackluster when White Daddy died.
It was supposed to be that.
So I know, what
did he have to do?
I don't know.
Get blown out of a cannon? What would not have been lackluster?
I don't know.
Ryan Murphy. You want a Ryan Murphy death?
Yes, I do.
Jesus.
I want something a little bit more entertaining than White Daddy just dying of a heart attack because of smoke. Yeah. That's me personally.
But this episode now we diving into like what is life after. Mm-hmm. They gave us 2 in 1 week because I thought we was about to be done because the motherfucking Olympics. I said, damn it. How long do Olympics last?
About 2 weeks.
Jesus. Well, I enjoyed that. Nero, anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Yeah. This was a great episode, as always.
As always. To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything that we talked about on the show, go to blacklovematters.com. We got that SoundCloud. And don't forget, we got that voicemail. That's at 508-784-1111. That's at 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.